why, yeah!
I remember Lee saying to me, you know, I think you'd be perfect for this, but I don't think this can last more than a year.
Well, that one-year experiment from former Wish TV News director Lee Giles turned into a more than 30-year career for Dick Wolfsie. Oh. And after what he estimates has been more than 7,000 stories.
And on that note, our story is over. I'm Dick Wolfsie for 24 Hour, News 8.
Dick will soon put down his News 8 microphone for the very last time.
And here's the incredible thing. Probably about 25,000 guests, and I remember every single one's name.
During his Wish TV career, Dick's interviewed plenty of celebrities.
Sitting next to me is the exercise guru of the world, Richard Simmons, and he's got my dog Barney with him.
And made celebrities out of everyday Hoosiers.
People knock on the door, strangers,
Right.
and they say what to you?
They come in, I invite them in, they want to look at it, and they want to touch it, and then I ask them if they want to paint it.
A firm knowledge of left and right. I think that's the basic qualifications.
Mark time, mark time.
Bringing us countless laughs along the way.
And I'm Dick Wolfsie with nationally known interior decorator Arthur Lewis. We're going to take this small apartment on the north side of Indianapolis and show you how to make it beautiful.
What's up, Dave? That was my house, huh? What's going on? I'm Vince Welch. We'll have sports, and we'll hopefully find out why Dick is in my home at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay, now quick steps, very quick steps. Dave's gonna let us go. Oh, there you go. I'm Dick Wolfsie, and this is my friend Barney the Beagle, and you know, we go exciting places every morning.
And of course you can't tell a story about Dick Wolfsie without talking about his beloved beagle, Barney.
Do you like the bed? You want to sleep on the bed?
He was just a stray and took him to work a couple of times, and people said, you know, that is an awesome dog.
Barney was by Dick's side for more than 12 years on Wish TV until his death in 2003.
And the last day of his life, I always felt guilty that I took him to the fair on a hot day. But you know something? What a great way to go. Isn't that he died the day he is having fun like he always did? Yeah, well, we're not talking about you. Sorry, we're not talking about you.
Barney was the inspiration behind several of Dick's 14 books.
I was reading in the paper the other day.
His video essays have been seen around the country, and his weekly humor column has been published in dozens of newspapers. And if there's one thing we'll all remember about Dick Wolfsie, it's that trademark sense of humor and that infamous laugh.
I don't know what I'm laughing at. He's destroying the neighborhood, and I'm laughing.
No, seriously.
Man, we can't be. You're making
I would, you know, you shouldn't really mess with this. If you don't.
It was our pleasure, Dick. Phil Sanchez, Wish TV News 8.
Isn't that wonderful?
That put you away, the Simmons thing.
I can't tell you how many times I ended up laughing and in the news director's office. Good evening. Tonight, we go back to the future, back through the archives, back to some pretty fantastic memories as seen through the eyes of those of us who played a small part in his phenomenal career. And oh, what a career it's been. Dick Wolfsie, on the air 30 years here at Wish, 40 plus in Indianapolis. So, sit back, relax, and join us on the next leg of the Wolfsie journey, retirement, sort of. Dick, congratulations.
Well, that's what I look like in front of Market Square Arena in that picture. That's how long
ago was that?
I don't know, but I still have the sweater.
You do. Most of us couldn't wear it anymore.
That's exactly right.
Why did you decide now? Why retire?
Well, that's a great question. I took some time off because of the virus.
Yeah.
And I thought I would really, really, really miss it. And I did a little bit, but I realized this sort of was a way of knowing it was time. And I obviously talked to my wife about it, and we decided that you should go out when you're feeling good about things and feeling good about yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
And you know, what people don't realize, they saw these bits that you did, the segments. In television, it doesn't happen very often, but we never had to help him, ever. We didn't come up with any ideas.
I booked
every show.
Every single 4,000 segments I booked myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as you watch these, as you've seen these, he didn't just have a segment with soupy sales going, oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Right. He did a bit. There was always a bit. Yeah. And we were in hysterics most of the time. It's impossible, I know, to pick out one of the best. Yeah. But speaking of the best meteorologist in America, maybe in the universe, Randy Alice is here. And Rand, one of our favorites, Dick did, and we looked for it, we could not find it, is when Dick was here and he was up in the conference room saying how much he was happy that we loved what he was doing. And always watched his segments carefully.
Yeah. So what happened there, he was up there and supposedly we went to one of your stories or whatever. Right. And all of a sudden, you know, Dave and I pulled out the football and we started playing football here in the studio.
And cards.
We're
cards.
Yes. Right. And we did all of that. Now, one of the funniest, though, and we saw a little bit of it, Richard Simmons, when you were waiting for him in front of your house.
At 5:30.
At 5:30 in the morning. And it was, see, this doesn't really show what happened. We could not stop laughing. You were there with Richard, but prior to that, you were there with
a chef,
Crackles the Clown, the chef, and it looked like a Fellini painting on your front porch at 6:30 in the morning.
But again, we talked about timing. He drove up in the limousine during the live segment.
Yes.
You could have planned that for 11 years and you wouldn't have gotten that to happen.
No. You remember that, Randy?
Absolutely, I really do. And if I can just say this too, Dick, about it, when you came over here from another station in town, I remember when he came here and I thought, Dick, how are you going to find a story every single day? Are you going to be able to do that? And you did that every day for 30 years, and I'm convinced that you could do it for another 30 years and still be very, very entertaining. You are one of a kind, you are a legend, so it's been fantastic working with you here.
Well, thank you. I just want to say, can I say one quick thing?
Yes, go ahead.
I've been called a legend, I've been called an icon, and I've been called a treasure. But I would give it all up if just once in 30 years I could have been the employee of the month. Just one time.
Maybe we can arrange that. They don't do that anymore. But Randy and I will make you the employee of the month, okay? We also, it wasn't all fun and games.
Yeah.
You did some serious stories and some very important. Tell us about those.
Well, I think the one that, it's funny, I didn't know you were going to ask me that. Again, this is live television.
Right.
I introduced families of donors to the people who had gotten the donation. It was a heart, it was a kidney, and they had never met before, and we did that on live television. And I got to tell you, I remember walking away from that and thinking, that's unbelievable that, we made that work. And of course, we did some crazy things. I had a hair transplant on television.
Yes, and you got your uvula removed. I remember that.
That's right.
Oh man, and when I talked to him afterward, he said, this is agony. This really hurts. It's supposed to stop from snoring at night.
Right.
We wouldn't be here right now, though, if it hadn't been for the man that hired you. In fact, he hired all three of us.
Yes.
Lee Giles wanted you to do something different than the hard news of the day, and you delivered. Lee couldn't be here, so we sent a camera to him to say a few words.
Cool.
Dick is a television kind of guy. There's no doubt about it. He's ad-lib, he's extemporaneous, he's an excellent writer too, but TV is Dick's life. I think Dick's current news director, Al Carl, has put it so well by saying that Dick is a true local TV treasure. That's you, Dick. And I know that there's another compliment that you cherish also when people come up to meet you for the first time and they say, Dick, you're just the same kind of guy in person as you are on television. That's you too, Dick. So retirement now for you and Mary Ellen. You've earned it. Enjoy it. Enjoy your retirement. Stay productive. Stay busy. Stay safe.
Very nice.
Isn't that terrific?
When I went in for my contract renewal, Barney would sit next to me in the chair.
Yes, to remind him. Yeah, that's right. Dick and his sidekick, Barney, helped wake up Central Indiana for more than a decade. Up next, Dick shares some of his favorite memories of his old pal.
Is there anything to be scared of?
No, you'll be okay. Watch it!
And Barney's coming up on the left side. JD Dash goes ahead around the turn, and they're coming to the finish line, and we'll get the results in just a moment.
Isn't that great? Welcome back as we celebrate Dick Wolfsie's retirement after 30 years here at Wish TV. Patty joins us now, and you may not know this because this happened a long time ago.
A long time ago.
But Patty and Dick were actually together on a show called Indianapolis Afternoon.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, and that wasn't the only show you did. You were in New York as well, but tell us about Indianapolis Afternoon.
38 years ago, and we auditioned together. And there were people coming, because this was the national, I mean, there were a lot of people auditioning.
Yeah.
There were a lot of cute, oh, look at that, aren't we adorable?
See, you haven't changed.
We're so shiny.
Yeah.
But we weren't your typical folks. And the gentleman by the name of Steve Rickle, of course, Lee Giles deserves a lot of credit too, but Steve Rickle, the director at the time, and he's since passed. And remember, Dick, he came out and he goes, "You two."
You two. So he could have picked any two.
He could, yeah. He thought we would be good together because of one-upmanship. One wouldn't get, you know, we were both kind of sassy and spitfires. And it was true. He kept me on my toes. I've been doing radio a lot before then, and I was used to getting the last word in and going back going, ha, ha, ha. And then he'd come back with a comeback.
And you weren't
Even
ready
better.
for that.
But I was, though, I will say, I was his last female sidekick. After that, he went to the dogs. There you go. There's your
that's
rating.
it. Hey, speaking of going to the dogs, Barney, you found Barney. Barney was a stray.
Yeah, he was a stray.
Barney found him.
Yeah, right. No, he was a stray on my front porch, and I put him in the house the first day, and then he really destroyed the house. And the short story is that my wife said, you have to take him to work with you. And I started to take him to work with me, and he would howl in the car, and all of a sudden people started saying, "What? That's a great dog." And is that the oh, that's a shot with Down syndrome kids. Oh. And this is, real quick story.
Yeah.
So a guy calls me, says, "I want to show you how my coonhounds track a scent."
Yes.
So they had a scent, and they went along the ground, and at one point I went the other direction with a piece of salami, and all the coonhounds went to the tree, and Barney followed the salami. And
Isn't that
ended up,
great? I love it.
And there he is, of course, that's the classic.
It is. It is.
He tried to teach Barney not to dig, and during the show, look what he did.
He did, live. That was all live.
All live.
Yes.
All live.
We've got plenty more for you, but of course we need to take a break, and then we will be right back.
Right back after this break.
Yes.
They gotta look silly.
Yeah. He doesn't have
They actually get how much they weigh, how tall they are.
They can easily get to be 8 feet tall and weigh up to 350 to 400 pounds.
Welcome back. We're celebrating Dick Wolfsie's retirement after 30 years at Wish TV. And Dick, you couldn't have done all those stories and interviews without a little help. And joining us now are three people who made sure you and your stories look great. They are Carl Fincham, now retired himself, current Wish TV photojournalist Sean Pierce, and Marcus Collins. Both are still working. Let's start with you, Carl. You may not remember, but you were the one behind the lens in one of Dick's most memorable moments when he got a pie in the face. Tell us about that.
Well, you're right, Dave. I don't know if I do remember that. I was hardly lucid that time in the morning. It was 3:30 in the morning. I think Barney was the only one that was lucid. Soupy came in, and what a professional. Just what a professional from old-time television. And he was just right on cue. And it's like, I don't know if I laughed that hard that morning. I don't know how I kept the camera straight and everything. But he just ripped.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I mean, he didn't hold back.
He did not.
It's Soupy.
Sean,
what a show.
Sean, you worked with Dick for years. I know one of your favorite stories was that lawn chair brigade that we've seen.
Yeah. I just remember it being really hot and humid, and it was drizzling before we did the interview, and the guys in the brigade wanted to talk together. They wanted everyone to be in the shot, so we found a porch big enough. And then when the parade started, of course, you've got to get all the elements. So I would knock out some quick interviews. And this was at Woodruff Place, so I'd run through the boulevard, and they had some big branches down, so I'd have to hurdle those to get more shots and more interviews. And I came back, and Dick's like, all right, do you need anything else? And I was about to die because I was running with 60 pounds of gear, hurdling and getting all these interviews and stuff. But yeah, that was a fun one. It was hot and humid, and we did some great stories that I'm really proud of.
And Marcus, you were able to get not just great video, but sound from a downtown landmark, the Scottish Rite Carillon.
One of those moments when you get a chance to really look back and you think of all the things I did with Dick. When we started at the same time.
Yeah, he did.
And basically, we thought, and I'm like asking him then, what are you going to do every day for the rest of, for your life? It looks like, and I felt like, and when he told me about this one, this was a couple years ago, and this guy, he does a concert every Friday. People think that it's recorded, but it's not, and it was melodic. It just reached in and it hit you, and he's playing this music and just reaching out across the meridian. And it was just one of the most memorable moments because you kind of think, not just funny, silly things. Dick really pulled out some fantastic stories and some great, heartfelt, warm stories. It was great.
He sure did. Thanks, you guys. We really appreciate that. And we've got plenty more and a few surprises just ahead. Stay with us. And welcome back. We are celebrating Dick's retirement after 30 years at Wish TV. A couple of surprises for you, Dick. The Colts organizations wanted to give you a parting gift.
Really?
Yes.
Hello, I'm Steve Campbell. I'm Vice President of Communications for your Indianapolis Colts, but I'm also a lifelong resident of Indianapolis, and I'm here to say thank you to Dick Wolfsie for your decades of broadcasting excellence in Indianapolis and also for your service to the people of this city and state. And so on behalf of the Irsay family and the entire Colts organization, we'd like to present you with this special number 8 Wolfsie jersey. With all due respect to the real number 8, Rigo Sanchez, our punter, we had to ask for permission to let you wear his number. But we wanted to say thank you and to enjoy your retirement. It's very well deserved.
He's a good man.
Yeah, and here it is.
Oh, cool.
And this is for you to take with you. Randy wanted to try it on though. So we'll give that to you in just a moment. Also, we have for you from the governor, very nice letter, and said, it's amazing that Dave made you look good all these years. So we appreciate that. Then it is, you probably didn't realize that, but today is Dick Wolfsie Day in Indianapolis. This from the mayor.
Wow.
And that's for all those years here at Wish TV. And Dick, we say congratulations to you. Any plans for the future?
I really don't know what's next, and I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Because, with everything going on in the world, I'm just going to enjoy, I sit on the deck and I watch the squirrels and I jog and I enjoy myself. So, but I want to thank everybody for doing this. This was just uncalled for, and I'm just so pleased.
And we are so pleased for you. And when Dick Wolfsie started all of this, nobody was doing it. Now everybody does it. Dick, thanks for making my career.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
And he is retired, so here you go.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
I am retired. There we go.
Get back over here. Thanks for joining us.